the media alone, in their world, in their view, means they should dominate everything else. And they have not been able to come to grips with the fact that they lost. So they've had all these excuses, Russia collusion. This, since this past weekend, is just the latest iteration of the community organizing. These protesters are no different than the protesters that met Trump's inauguration. Remember those feminazis wearing the vagina hats? And then when the Trump travel ban came, magically millions of people materialized at American airports, supposedly spontaneously, to oppose the bigotry and racism of Donald Trump. This is all the news has been since last November. And, of course, after Trump was inaugurated, it's been intensified. This is it. And they still can't get the guy out of there. They still can't prevail. Now they're succeeding in getting some of the conservative intelligentsia to join them in denouncing Trump. And now the Trump Business Council executives are leaving in huffery and puffery. And are they being treated royally by the drive-bys? And so Trump is being portrayed as further and further isolated. The media is demanding that he get rid of all of his inner circle advisors who are also members of the Klan, secret Nazis, and white supremacists. What you're supposed to end up asking after all of this at some point in time is, how did this guy ever get elected? And you who voted for Trump, in the sense that you're being targeted by all this, the effort is to get you to renounce Trump as well. To get you to, I voted for Donald Trump, but boy, I didn't know Nazis are going to be part. I can't handle. That's what they want to hear from you. And with every effort to get rid of Trump, the hysteria intensifies because they fail. They haven't gotten rid of Trump because of Russia, so now they're relying on Mueller and whatever he's doing to get rid of Trump. I have no doubt that an actual coup is being talked about somewhere by somebody. I have no doubt about this. And but look, I know people. I know human nature. I know what's going on. You do it in your own. Let's say you work someplace where you think your boss or the CEO or your manager or whatever is just off his rocker. How many to plot a strategy? Figure, what are we going to do about this? This happens. I'm just telling you, at the upper levels of government, it does too. Now, I don't know who the players are. See a number of them on television every night, or at least once a week, and they're probably meeting with each other, discussing how we can get rid of this guy. And they're doing it on the basis, this guy's insane, this guy's a lunatic, this guy's going to get killed, this guy should have never been elected, oh my God. In addition to saving the establishment and all this, they can't believe what's happened here. And they've thrown everything they've got, and he's still there, and he's still being who he is. He is not capitulating to them. He is not asking for forgiveness. He is not asking for them to be understanding. He rolled between the eyes, as evidenced by the press conference yesterday. So let us go back to that and recite some more things that trail Nazis. I've condemned many different groups, but not all of those people were neo-Nazis. Believe me, not all of those people were white supremacists by any stretch. That is throwing gasoline on a match. On a gasoline, they drive-bys cannot abide. They think that's insane. They think it's absolutely crazy. Because, of course, the picture they're painting is not only was everybody at the march in Charlottesville a racist neo-Nazi pig, everybody who voted for Trump is too. Is it Thomas Jefferson the week after? You really do have to ask yourself, when does it stop? Exactly right. And in fact, it is Thomas Jefferson. They're trying to shut down the University of Virginia now. They're trying to shut down Monticello. They're trying to go after George Washington. When you want to go after folks, this is not about going after George Washington or Thomas Jefferson. These people are targeting the United States of America as founded. You stand up for slavery. Nobody wants to speak positively of slavery. So you go after slavery and you're going to automatically have massive numbers of people agree with you. What his actual agenda was. And I don't discount Obama and elements of his administration being involved in all of this. This is Community Organizing 101, what you're watching here. This is Saul Alinsky-ism on parade. being portrayed as spontaneous, heartfelt, loving, and doting, and for equality, and anti-racist, and anti-this, and it's fought and paid for in many cases. It is organized. The whole thing is organized. From the vagina hat protest the day after the election to the airport protests after the travel ban to this, it's all organized for a long time. And you can ask President Obama about that. He's made speeches about it. Do you see that? Trump is saying it's not bad. He's not saying it's bad. He's saying it was just as bad with Obama. Oh, those are fighting words. You tell people that racism was just as bad during Obama. The fact is, he's not only is he right, he's underselling it. Any criticism of Obama, and many critics would be valid, he's the president. Presidents always have critics. Presidents are never universally popular, but criticizing Obama, why, that was said to be racist. And so the charge of racism increased individually, personally. More and more people were tagged as racist because they simply wouldn't let Obama be Obama. And so frayed relations continued to fray, and they got worse. Because Obama did not have as his first priority redressing black grievances. That's not what his ostensible agenda was. He had to give voice to it, but that's not what he was about. And over time, a number of African Americans began to conclude or realize that. Complaints about bigotry and racism as when Obama was not in the White House. The claims